Good people, good people, good people. Welcome back to another episode of BackTable Talk. It's your host, KO8, Kyndell Overton. Guest host, Jordan Ehart.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me again,
bro. Of course,
bro.
man. Welcome back to another episode, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, today, we have some great content around the Baltimore Ravens, as well as some Sunday pick'em at the end, all right? If you have not already done so, please make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe to all of our pages, all right? Please like, comment, and subscribe. And just engage with us on our Instagram, on our Twitter, TikTok coming soon, stuff like that, all right? So please engage with us. All right, let's hop right into it, all right? The Baltimore Ravens. All right, they went to Lambeau Field yesterday and dominated. Not yesterday, Saturday. They dominated, all right? Pure domination. 41-24 victory over the Packers under the lights.
Yes, sir.
What do you got to say about that, Joy?
It was good to see a good game plan by the offense. Finally, go back to our strengths, give Henry lots of carries. When he's running at his best, it opens up our offense in general. So we looked really good on offense, and yeah, it was a good win for sure.
I agree, man. I agree. Let's break it down.
Yes, sir.
Historic night for King Henry. Historic night. He ran for 216, 4 tutties. That tied his career high. And he had 36 carries. That's a career high for Derrick Henry. I like it. Yeah. I like it, man. I like it. This was his 7th career 200-yard rushing game, which now puts him in the driver's seat for most in NFL history. Adrian Peterson and O.J. Simpson both had 6. I think Derrick Henry was tied with them, so it was like a 3-way tie. It's not Derrick Henry at the top of that list. I think Ravens fans have been begging for this kind of workload all season.
Yeah.
They've been begging for it all season. I think we all got our wish. Now, the questions that I think we have after this are we happy to finally see this workload for Derrick Henry?
Yes, absolutely. Like we said, we've been calling for this all season. Hopefully, we've saved his legs a little bit by not giving him the ball early in the season, and hopefully he can win this game and then keep giving him tons of carries going forward.
I agree. I'm very happy to see this workload. I think this is what it should have been all year.
Absolutely.
All year. Lamar Jackson's a great talent, like, of course, but I think there's a balance, and I think you got to find it. You got to find it. Yeah. The question is, why haven't we seen this earlier? It obviously works, so I don't know why we are just seeing it with one game left to go in the year. I don't like to point fingers, but, I mean, we have to look at the offensive coordinator, Todd Monken. You call the shots offensively. You make the schemes. You call the game plans. So it's up to you to make sure that you're utilizing the talent that is given to you. And I think at times you haven't done that the best. But I think you're trying to right your wrongs. I think, with a little push from your boss, John Harbaugh. We'll get to him later, but I think you guys are finally getting on the same page and realizing, like, where our bread is butter. And that our identity in Baltimore is run the ball and play great defense, and you'll win games.
And pretty much every big game we've lost the last couple of years, you can look back on it and say we didn't run the ball enough. That's the way it feels, at least. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Can Derrick Henry sustain the success against the Steelers on Sunday?
Absolutely. Go back to last year in the playoffs, end of the season game. We fed him the ball. We got off to a good start and pretty much dominated them the whole game. So I think just we saw how well he did last game. Keep the momentum going. Give him the rock early and go from there.
I agree. So I think one of the biggest questions is Lamar Jackson going to be healthy on Sunday? We just got news that Lamar Jackson is currently practicing right now with a flak jacket on. So I think our answer to that question is I think he'll be healthy. I think he's going to give it a go. Again. Does the game plan change with Lamar Jackson under center?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
We're going to do what we just talked about. Give Henry the ball. If Lamar's practicing today, I'm expecting him. He's probably going to play. But whether it's him or Huntley, you just got to make the simple plays. Don't turn the ball over and run the ball efficiently.
No, I agree.
That's basically, that should be the game plan.
Yeah, no, run the ball. Run the ball. I think Lamar, right now we don't need you to throw the ball 25 times. Yeah. Just throw the ball 10 to 12 times, a couple chunk plays, throw for one tutty, Give the ball to Derrick Henry 25-plus times. I think we can get out of here with a W.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I also think that Henry becomes more effective with Lamar Jackson on the field. When Lamar Jackson is on the field, you have to cover every single inch of the field because of how much he can do. He can run, pass, make plays. He can extend plays. He pushes the ball down the field. That's what that offense, we need that in this offense.
Absolutely.
So Lamar on the field is just a win-win for everybody, including Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
All right. Derrick Henry signed a 2-year, $30 million extension in May, keeping him in Baltimore for the next 2 seasons. I think that's a little bit of an expensive pay raise. I'm not saying he's not worth it. He is worth it, but just the timing of it was interesting. I think that money could have been spent elsewhere, and we're still going to pay him, obviously, because he's Derrick Henry. He's doing great things, but a little early on the extension, and I think it put us in a position where that money could have went on the line.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, but it is definitely, you can see now he's looking good at the age he is, so on the bright side at least, we know we got him for a couple more years going forward.
Yeah, I think that's important to know that we have him until he's 33.
Yeah.
And he's not going to slow down. He's Derrick Henry. Yeah. He's not going to slow down. He
still looks great. This is considered, everyone's been saying he's had a down year, but he looks pretty good for having a down year.
He looks pretty good to me, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of this deal, should we offer him another extension?
I mean, I think it's too early to say that. If
he keeps this level of success that we've been seeing the past.
Yeah, I mean, if he was at this level he is this year, I mean, I would sign him to probably a 1-year contract. I don't know about any longer than that, maybe 2 tops. Depends on the money and stuff too, of course, and how he's looking at that point, if he's had any injuries or anything like that. But I think it's hard to say right now, but that would be my answer for the current state we're in.
Okay, it's definitely early. It's definitely early, and I think it's something to keep an eye on how we kind of move forward with that situation. Because I think if he keeps this level of success, he's going to have to come back. Oh, yeah. But is it on a 1-year deal, a 2-year deal?
Yeah.
I'm leaning more toward a 1-year deal. With us drafting a running back that he can kind of mentor and take the reins once Derrick Henry retires.
Yep.
When that is, I'm not sure, but he's a guy you want to keep in the purple and black.
Yeah, for sure. And I would say draft him sooner rather than later as well.
Yes, I agree. Quickly, do you think Derrick Henry will retire a Raven?
Yeah, I would think so. I know he's spoken very highly of being with the Ravens, playing with Lamar. So he fits our like Baltimore mold, I would say, and how we like to run the ball, like to be physical. So I think I'd like to see it happen, and I think it will.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should retire Raven, but I think we need to go ahead and get a back that's similar to him to kind of mentor him and take over the reins.
For sure.
Because you don't want to keep paying an aging back $30 million. Mm-hmm. That's just the facts of it. Yeah. That's the facts. But
definitely.
Facts. All right. We're going to get into a very, for some it might be a touchy topic, but I'm going to get into the realness of this topic. Tyler Huntley versus Lamar Jackson. I don't understand how this has even become a thing, but we're going to address it, okay? With Lamar Jackson out, Tyler Huntley stepped in on Saturday and went 16 for 20 for 107 passing yards and 1 touchdown, all right? This was his second career win against a team with a winning record, so he's beaten some good teams. He's definitely beaten some good teams when we have needed him to. He beat the Chicago Bears, if you don't remember. That ball he threw to Zay, a nice quick out, beautiful ball. Good work, Mr. Huntley. I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah.
He's proven that he's a serviceable backup, that we didn't need Cooper Rush. He should have been starting the games during our stretch where it was tough, but you can't change things now, right? Yeah. We're here. We're here. So this is where I want to be clear. This is where I want to be very, 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 very clear, okay? Very clear. I've seen a take pretty much saying that if Lamar is healthy, that Huntley gives us a better shot. That's a horrible take. That is a horrible take. In no world do you not start your all-pro 2-time MVP quarterback who just threw for 41 touchdowns and 4 picks last year and should have won his 3rd MVP over Tyler Huntley. I encourage you guys, if you have this feeling, go watch his tape when he started for the Miami Dolphins. Please, I encourage you to, okay? This is no hate to Mr. Huntley either. I love what you've done for us. But you're just a serviceable backup. Lamar Jackson changed the entire scope of the offense, the entire scope of the game, okay? Sure. Like, that's how I feel.
For sure. And he's just based off the stuff you said, 2-time MVP. He's had our team in the top of the AFC pretty much since he's came in. He's earned that if he's healthy, he deserves to be on the field. And it's more about kind of what we touched on earlier. More about, to me, the coaching and how our game plan is, and Lamar just executing that.
Yes.
He doesn't have to do too much for this game. He just gotta, like we said, hold on to the ball, don't turn the ball over, run the ball, make simple passes, and go in the game for sure. So
I agree. I agree, man. I definitely agree. Just Monken and Harbaugh come together and scheme up a game plan that fits Lamar and Henry very well and keeps Lamar healthy and protected. Yeah. That's all we can really ask for.
Yeah.
Our fans were on for having this opinion about this whole if Lamar I guess the whole debate is it Lamar that's banged up better than a healthy Tyler Huntley?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we said, if Lamar is healthy, he's gotta be on the field. He's earned that. Yeah. I will say Huntley, if Huntley were to play in this game, I would still be confident that with him we could win. We should be able to still win this game. Because we saw the blueprint last week with how he played his offense, but obviously, in my opinion, Lamar's got to be out there if he's good to go. And there's a lot of narratives going on about him right now, so if I was him, I would want to come out and shut some people up for sure.
Exactly. All right, last question of this segment: does the offense function smoother with Huntley managing the game and Henry being the focal point?
I mean, I think Henry can be the focal point, and Lamar can still be in the game.
Yes. No, thank you. Like, we share the same opinion. I think that's what confuses me about a lot of Ravens fans. Like, what's not clicking? Like, if Lamar's in the same role as Tyler Huntley, it's going to be even better.
Exactly.
It's going to be even better. Like, I don't think we have to talk about that much more. I don't. I'm sorry. If you have this take, I'm truly sorry. Like, you need to go watch Miami Dolphins tape of Tyler Huntley. Like, please. All right, let's get into it. Mike Preston. Okay, Baltimore Sun reporter Mike Preston. All right, the clowning Baltimore Sun at that. Okay, published an article claiming that there's some tension between Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Nonsense. All right, he called Lamar an overgrown kid in an adult's body. He called him a slacker, and he said Lamar doesn't deserve an extension, and the Ravens should explore trade options because of his injury history. I'm not even going to touch on all those bullet points. We'll just get to the injury one. I guess because that's the only one that maybe you could give legs to. Like, I'm not trading a guy because he's been hurt. Yeah. Lamar, every single year, has us in a position to compete for a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Every single year in and year out, Lamar puts us there. And it's wild because the 1 year he's banged up, everyone wants to flip. Yeah. Everyone wants to flip. But when he was out here winning MVPs, throwing for 41 touchdowns, getting us to the AFC Championship, everybody loved him. But now that he's having a tough year, we want to flip.
Yeah. And we've seen Lamar carry us in past years when we've had tons of injuries. Like, before, he's gotten injured those seasons also, but earlier on he had us as a 1 seed with banged up teams late on in the season. So he's covered up a lot of our like negative parts of our team for a while now. Yeah. So like we said earlier, he's deserved to be in the place he's in for sure.
It's interesting the way that people are speaking about Lamar Jackson as if he's not who he really is. Like, do you understand who Lamar's been for our organization?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lamar has made sure that every year he puts his entire all on the line so that we are in a position to be competitive and not just competitive, really win games and probably compete for a Super Bowl. Yeah. Now, yes, we have to talk about his injury history because that's a very real thing. That is a very real thing.
For sure.
All right. If we go back to 2020, Lamar missed a game because of COVID protocols. Okay. 2021, missed 5 games due to an ankle sprain. He didn't finish the season. 2022, he missed 6 games. All right, and he missed the final of the season, and he missed a wild card game. All right, again, for my Huntley people, go watch that tape and remember what happened on the goal line. Okay? 2023, 0 games missed, 1 MVP. AFC Championship appearance. 2024, missed 1 game due to rest. 41 tutties, 4,000 yards, 4 picks. Okay, so that's back-to-back years of very high-level play. Mm-hmm. Very high-level play. 2025, he's missed 4 games so far due to a hamstring and a severe back contusion. Mm-hmm. So there is a bit of some injury history there, okay? I'm not going to put the label that people want to. And I guess the question of this segment is Lamar Jackson injury prone? Or is it bad luck?
I think it, when I look at this and those years you just listed off, pretty much every year he either won an MVP or had a good season when we had a good O-line and a good defense.
Yeah.
This year, we don't have either of those. At least most of the year, our defense hasn't played very well. And we obviously don't have the best O-line. And every year that we've had questionable O-line, he's been having injuries. So
I think we can see in 2021, 2022, and 2025, those are all years where our line was down. Our line was not even like top 10.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of angers me when people can't see context. No one can understand he's banged up and he's playing through injuries due to what's been put in front of him is not quality. Yeah. And some may say it's his fault because at the table, he chose to not sign the deal. He wanted to wait till the summertime. Mm-hmm. And that kind of strapped us a bit and put us in a position where we could not build with $65 million on the cap. Yeah. It's hard. And we gave Derrick Henry a $10 million raise.
Yeah.
So again, some things were out of our control, but I do question if Lamar now is saying, maybe I should have went a different way. But, hindsight is 20/20. But I think this summer is imperative that we get to the table and get this deal hashed out, restructured, and we can move forward and build this line and build this squad out for Lamar.
Yeah, we have to for sure this offseason, no question about that.
Yeah, I think this is a retool summer where we really buckle down and build around Lamar and we do what we do.
Yeah.
We draft a running back too that can be kind of a 1-2 to Henry and keep Keaton Mitchell as our scat back and our stretch back. But we have to. We have to.
Yeah.
Do you think that his injury history is going to come kind of in play when we go to the table to restructure his deal?
I personally don't think it should. I don't think it should. There's plenty of quarterbacks. Even like Joe Burrow has missed a lot more time than Lamar has. If you're a franchise guy, Lamar's shown what he can do when he's healthy. I'm trusting him, and like I said, I think we just gotta protect him well and make sure that he can stay healthy also.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it should come into play at all. Like just because his body at work shows I've been injured a little bit, but we all know that's not just my fault.
Yeah.
We all know that, and I think there's definitely a respect factor between EDC and Lamar. I think they both can see kind of what's happening here, and they're gonna get it rectified and fixed.
Yeah.
Lamar's a competitor, and I think he's probably more pissed off about the year he's had than we are.
Yeah, for sure. And he's been playing through injuries this season too. Like he could have maybe missed more games, but he's been playing through. Which you gotta respect that he's out there still. So
exactly. All right, I want to talk about his deal a little bit. His cap hit jumps to $75 million next year, and he's set to make $51 million. You feel like that's something that has to change? How do you feel about those numbers?
Yeah, I think like you said, we just gotta get that extension done and restructure some things. But I think we just gotta take care of that in the offseason, to be honest. We can't let it go any longer than this offseason.
I agree. I think definitely a restructure a little bit, maybe by $5 million, $5-10 million we can do, and maybe give it to him back and sign a bonus or something like that. Yeah. But definitely restructure a bit and get that cap hit down so we can build.
Yeah.
I think that has to be EDC's pitch to Lamar. Let's build. Yeah. Let's build. Yeah. Let's get us to where we want to go as a unit, as an organization. You know, that's what we gotta do.
For sure.
All right, everyone's favorite segment, Mr. Harbaugh. Mr. Harbaugh. John Harbaugh has like a coach that's coaching for his life, every single game. He knows it. He knows it. I don't care what anyone has to say. I saw with my own eyes in the middle of a game. He's holding a play sheet. I have never, ever seen John Harbaugh hold a play sheet in my life.
Nope.
Am I lying?
No, absolutely not.
I've never seen it. And he was locked in. I've never seen it. And what happened? Derrick Henry, career high carries.
Yep. So why do we have to wait this long to get him?
That is the question. Let's hop right into it. Why did we have to wait this long to see this kind of game plan, John Harbaugh? That's the question that every Ravens fan is asking. Why did it take this long? Why did I guess for I guess lack of better words, why did it take your seat getting scorching hot for you to wake up and realize I have to pull my head out of my you-know-what and start coaching?
Yeah.
Like,
that's all that needs to be said.
It's just confusing. Like,
Yeah.
it leaves Ravens fans baffled every single season that you just forget how to coach. And then the moment you realize that, wait a second, it might get a little hot in here, you wake up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it is wild. And some fans won't like this, man. But if he keeps on this track, he's not going anywhere. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough, man. I know it's tough because I personally want to go in a different direction. But the Ravens are not known for that. Yeah. And if he gets us into the playoffs and we win a playoff game, he's definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because now, in the eyes of Steve Bisciotti, he's righted the ship. And I'm sure that's a conversation they had at some point this year was, bro, you got to get us in there and right the ship or it's going to be bad.
Yeah. That's probably worst case scenario, to be honest, is that we stick with Harbaugh next season.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I'll say this. I'm okay with that. If we're retooling the entire roster to fit what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And he has to be more hands-on like he's been.
Yeah, he's got to be like we saw him last game then.
Yeah, and he finally called out Zach Orr for calling a horrible game. Like, that's the first time he's called out Zach Orr, and I'm happy. Like, he's doing stuff that's not that's I guess you can say unlike characteristic of him.
Yeah. And he should be doing those things more. And also, he's been we've talked about this in the past. He's for years now, he's had so many flaws of not being involved, not sticking to the game plan, blowing leads late. So it's about time he wakes up and starts really coaching, you know? Like
no, it truly is. Like, it truly is about time that he woke up and has decided, you know what? Like, I'm going to use who I have. I'm going to use my $30 million running back.
Yeah.
I understand my all-pro quarterback is out, but, hey, I can still win the game.
Yeah.
All right. We think Monk and Harbaugh come together and come up with a similar game plan like we had against the Packers?
They should. I think the blueprint's there. I believe last time we played the Steelers, we had a really good running game. We had a good game running the ball. I think Keaton Mitchell had a couple good runs. And last year in the playoffs, we ran well against them. So going back to our recent history against the Steelers, we ran well. And then also just what we saw last game, that's how we dominated the Packers. So I think it's pretty simple. We just got to stick to our strengths here. So.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I agree. The game plan doesn't change even if Lamar's in the lineup, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lamar, it's a formula. Lamar throw the ball 10 to 15 times, run the ball 25 plus, and we have to learn how to cover on the other side of the ball. We do those things, I think we're good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The final question I have this segment is, if we keep John Harbaugh beyond this season, are we wasting the prime of, like, the young core we have and the young core that we've created?
I think if we just keep doing the same things that we've done for a while now with Harbaugh, it's robbing kind of those players of a chance to experience something different and that could maybe propel us. We've definitely been underachieving for like plenty of years now, so I think they deserve a chance. If this season goes how it kind of has this season and ends on a bad note, I think they deserve a chance to try something new, get someone new in the building.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. I think something I say all the time is same old Ravens. If we end this season in that same old Ravens fashion, we've gotta do something different to give these guys a shot at seeing something different and the fans to see something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
So. Yeah. Pivotal game. I'm not here to scream at Harbaugh. Like, I'm not here to none of that. I'm here to just tell him, continue to coach like your life depends on it. Yeah. Because you seem to coach better that way.
Absolutely.
Because as a fan base, we want to see success. Simple. We have too much talent to not be successful.
Yeah.
Way too much talent. Yeah. And I think also, no one's asking anyone to be Superman. We're asking you guys to play together as a team and for coaches to coach and call a game in a way that we know you can.
Exactly.
We see it now. So now, Harbaugh, you've shown us that you can do it.
Yeah.
We need to see it every single game. Be consistent.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What you demand out of your guys, demand out of yourself. All right, Mr. Flowers. So, last pod we touched on it a little bit, but we didn't really get into it too deep. Zay Flowers. So, last week he was named Pro Bowler. That's his second one. Also, first Raven within his first 3 seasons to go for back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Zay Flowers, I mean, a lot of people say he's not that guy. I feel like he can be that guy. What do you feel?
I think he's been productive, for sure, ever since we drafted him as a rookie. I know we talked about last episode how he's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. So he's been productive, but he's also had some flaws that I think we can touch on as well. But yeah, overall,
Absolutely.
Compared to Ravens receivers that we've drafted, he's definitly
exceeded
at the top of the list.
Yeah, I think to piggyback off your point, I think he's exceeded expectations that had been set for receivers that when they come to Baltimore. But that expectation is very low.
Yeah,
it's very low because we don't really hit on receivers.
Yeah.
We don't really hit on receivers. We don't. Now, is that a credit to maybe it's just the style of offense that we have? It's a run-heavy offense, or is that our GM not being a good scout and picking out good talent?
Yeah.
And I guess the other factor would be, is it just bad luck?
Yeah. I think all of it plays a part.
I think all plays a part.
Sure.
I think all plays a part, but it's tough for me. Like when I look at teams like the Eagles and Howie Roseman, and like he doesn't really miss too often with draft picks. Like that usually pans out. For him.
Absolutely.
So it's just like sometimes I want to see that from our GM. Can you like hit at a higher rate?
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's how we can be successful in a quicker rate with rookies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And younger guys.
And we've drafted Hollywood, Bateman, Zay. In recent memory, those are 3 players, and really Zay is the only one that's really stood out and excelled. Hadn't been consistently productive.
And the thing about it is, when we say excel, it's still like I talk about it all the time with my brother. Like it's not really like Zay's excelled, but in our world.
Yeah.
In the bigger world, like he's not really like just. He's still knocking on the door.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. He's going for 1,073 yards, 82 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. All right, that's where it gets a little choppy. The fumbles, and oftentimes the fumbles come at the worst moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the worst possible moments.
Yeah, they've costed us games for sure.
I just want to see it a bit more discipline from him.
Yeah, for sure.
And just don't be Superman. You don't have to be Superman.
Yeah, just sometimes catch the ball, get upfield as far as you can, and go and get tackle and go down. You know.
That's all we can ask for.
Most importantly, hold on to the ball. That's really all I care about.
That's the most important thing.
If you hold on to the ball, catch it and hold on to it. That's all you got to do.
All right. I got to ask it. Probably another answer, but is he worth what the market dictates? Is he worth the $30 million a year tag that...
I mean, we can't pay him top of the line money just because of those things we've just talked about. He has been productive, but he does have some flaws. And yeah, I'm personally not paying him that much money, but I do like Zay. So that's not to say that, but yeah, he hasn't earned that type of money.
Now, is he worth an extension still?
I mean, I would extend him. I like him being a part of our team, but I feel like his asking price might be higher than the Ravens are willing to pay him.
It's gonna be an interesting situation because on paper, yes, you've earned it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
There's also a team aspect to it, and there's also in our offense we don't really have $30 million receivers.
Yeah.
That's just not what we've always had, and I don't see us changing that. Yeah. The Baltimore Ravens.
And also look at it now with how our offense is right now. You're gonna give Zay $30 million. And our offensive line, what are we doing with them?
Yeah.
So.
And that's why it's hard to make that distinction. It's No, definitely. What do you think should be the game plan for that position moving forward then?
I mean, it's tough to say because I also got to see how things play out. But as of now, I'd say I would love to keep Flowers on the team, but it just depends on how much he's asking. If not, then I think regardless we could draft a young wide receiver within this next draft early on and try and see what we have also.
Yeah, I agree. I think what should happen is fans are going to whine about this, but I think you go and get a stud. You go get a Cornell Tate. You go get a Jordan Tyson. You go get a Mekhi Lemon for USC. You go get a stud, and you put pressure on Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, we're not gonna get your option. We're not gonna take your option. But this guy here is your comp. Yeah. And if you want that money, show us. Show us. Yeah. Because we have to stop like banking on guys. Like still continue to move as if like we have to keep building a team that can be contending for a Super Bowl. We want Zay Flowers to be the guy, but he hasn't shown that just yet. Yeah. So we can't bank on it. I think we draft the receiver and we go into that next year and we pair him with Zay, and if it works, it works.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all of that.
If it works, it works. Let's hop into it. The Ravens have life and they are still alive. If you told me 2 weeks ago that we would still have life, I would say you're lying. I would say you're lying. I think many fans feel the same way. Like, you're lying. Yeah. What? We're here. Shador Sanders. My guy. Thank you, Brody.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brody. You took down A-Rod for us. And you gave us a shot to play for an historic third in a row AFC North title. That's big news. And I was just talking to my brother, and he was just, saying, like, 3 titles in a row historically, like, is that underachieving? A lot of fans ask that and say that, is that the Ravens have been underachieving. But is that underachieving? Like, winning the toughest division of football 3 years in a row, is that underachieving?
That's tough to say. I mean, when you say that, it's not underachieving.
Right.
But then if you look into some of the ways that we've came up short to our ultimate accomplishment also, we have come up short. Yep. So
yeah, no.
There's definitely
I'm with you.
two ways of looking at it, though. They can both be true at the same time.
I'm with you. It's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's definitely a double-edged sword because it's like, okay, you've done that in the regular season, but in the playoffs, the success hasn't been there.
Yeah.
And, I mean...
And I think in Baltimore, we measure ourselves off of Super Bowls, and we consider ourselves a winning organization, too. So
absolutely. Yeah. We're not playing for second-place trophies in Baltimore. We're playing for Super Bowl trophies.
Yeah.
All right. Biggest storyline here, Lamar Jackson. We need you on the field. Like we said earlier in the pod, he's practicing today, so that's a great sign. We hope that he can continue to do that and be healthy on Sunday because I think with him on the field, he gives us our best shot.
Yeah.
He gives us our best shot. All right? This will be the 40th matchup between Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh. The 40th. That's a lot of Ravens Steelers games for those two guys to be coaching. Those are some 2 old heads going at it. This is the 7th primetime game of the season for the Ravens. This is the most they've ever had in a single year. In the last 29 seasons, they've never had more than 5 primetime games. Yeah. So the Ravens have been big storylines the entire season. And again, that's a credit to you-know-who, Mr. Jackson. I think just with him being on the team, like everybody wants to see Lamar play football.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Derrick Henry too. I think those 2 guys, people want to see play.
Yeah,
they want to see play.
That's interesting too, just because we've had a lot better teams than we've had this year in the past too. The fact we've had 7 this year, that's crazy.
Right. Now this is the stat that does kind of make me feel a little like we're 2-4 on primetime this year. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible. We're not having 500 on primetime. Yeah. And I think that hurts because it's like the NFL is picking us out to be put in front of the national audience, and we're not performing.
A couple of them are at home too, which that's
even more shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's time to flip the script.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is our time. This is our chance. Big moment. Yeah. It comes down to this one game. If you'd have told me again that we were going to be sitting here with opportunity to get into the playoffs and play for a Super Bowl, I would have said you're lying.
Yeah,
but absolutely. It's here, and I think it's time for the Ravens to finally put it all together for one game and get there. Yep. The Steelers will be without DK Metcalf and Darnell Washington, so that changes things again.
For sure.
Aaron Rodgers did not look his best against the Browns. We don't have Myles Garrett, so I think it's going to be a little bit different. He'll play a little better, but I think if we just play our game, cover, try to get to the quarterback,
for sure,
and run the ball, we'll be fine.
Yeah, Metcalf did he was torching us last game
That's
too.
what I'm
So
saying, yeah.
that's a big loss for them. Also be interesting to see if T.J. Watt plays. So that can make a difference too.
I agree. Keys to victory for me is two things. It's two things. The Ravens' pass defense must improve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're giving up 245 passing yards per game. That ranks 30th in the NFL.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Jordan? Like, 30th? Like, that's bottom?
Yeah.
That's bottom feeder activity.
Especially with the pieces we have in the secondary. And I remember before this season, people were saying on social media and stuff, we arguably have the best secondary in the league. So with the players we have, there's no way that shouldn't
be happening.
Case, yeah.
Like, that should never be the case.
No.
That should never be the case. Never. So I think they need to pick it up and play better. My question now is, I want you to be very real and give you a real honest assessment. If we get in the playoffs, do we have a shot at Super Bowl? I'm asking real questions here. I ask the real questions on this pod, man.
I want to say yes so bad, obviously. But to be honest, if I had to put my life on it, I would probably say no.
Okay.
Just because of how this whole year has gone as a whole, and looking at some of the other teams who have been a lot more successful than us. Just some of our consistent flaws we've had make me want to say no.
Okay.
But obviously, it hurts me to say that. I want to say yes, absolutely.
No. I'm glad you're being honest, though. You know, like I love the
I'll
honesty.
be rooting for us, obviously.
No, you're also being honest.
But yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
For me, it's hard, man. It's very hard. I go back and forth. I go very back and forth. But just seeing kind of where the energy's at with the team right now, I feel like something I've been begging for with the Ravens is a word: urgency.
Yeah.
And I think for the first time all year, I feel some urgency.
Yeah. I agree.
Everyone's been saying Lamar's soft, Lamar's this, Lamar's that. Lamar out there with a flak jacket on practicing.
Yeah.
A flag jacket. Okay, you got to get in your wish. So maybe he feels a bit of urgency. Harbaugh's calling plays.
Yeah.
Some urgency. I feel some urgency, and I think like a team that's urgent and is playing that hard is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of teams understand like, Derrick Henry is not slowing down.
Yeah.
He's picking up. And something that I didn't think about until you said it, he has fresh legs and a fresh body.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a lot of tread on those tires.
Yeah. I will say, I think a lot of teams would not want to play us in the playoffs.
And
because I will say too, I think if we stick to our guns, run the ball well, and play good defense, then yes, we can. We have obviously the talent and the capability to go on a run and win the Super Bowl. It's just that from what I've seen this year, I don't know if I can trust that that's going to happen. But if the coaching and the players all execute at a high level, I think that they have that capability for sure.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with you on that. And my final decision is that I think we have a shot. The Ravens play best when they're underdogs.
That's for sure.
And
that's true.
It's wild, but like that's just the mentality of the organization and just mentality of our leader.
Also, looking back on the season, we have been in a lot of positions. For example, against the Patriots, against the Bills early on the season, these Super Bowl caliber teams that we had on the edge of their seats, and we led up and did something. We made a turnover, coaching decisions, and the plays we called kind of led up. So it's like if we were in those positions and we did the right things, then we could have beat a lot of these teams and that we're gonna see in the playoffs. I would say one team that really scares me is the Texans. I would not want to play the Texans, but
they're tough. They're
but
tough.
All around, I would be confident against us in a lot of the playoff games as long as we execute. Really.
I'm confident, man. Like I'm confident because I think, like I said, I see urgency, and I think guys understand like it's time to lock in.
That's all we need. Yeah,
it's time to lock in. And you mentioned the Texans as maybe a potential opponent if we beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
I don't believe in C.J. Stroud enough.
Yeah,
to take the Texans
their
over.
Their defense
is tough. Their defense is tough, but I think we can limit C.J. Stroud.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure. But yeah, I think the Ravens have a shot. And I think this is going to be. I think on Sunday you're going to see a Lamar Jackson like historic game, a game where it may not even be him going like wild for like 200 plus yards, but he's going to play great.
Yeah,
he's going to play on time, play quick, take what they give him. He may hit a home run or two with a deep ball, but we're going to win.
That's all we need from him.
Exactly. That's all we need from Lamar. That's all we need from him, man. That's all we need. That's all we need. So go Ravens, and we're taking Ravens.
I will say also, last thing that you touched on is just being the underdogs. It's been ever since Lamar's been here. It's not often that we kind of have this underdog end of the season scrapping to get in the playoffs.
It's been a minute since it's been like this.
In our going back to when we were younger, when we used to have Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, it always felt like we were the underdogs going into New England, playing against the Steelers, and obviously winning some of those games.
You remember back when it was Flacco, it was always they don't have a good QB, he's not good enough. All they have is a running back. We had Ray Rice. That's all it was. Like defense carrying them. So go ahead, keep on writing this off, man. Keep on writing this off. Keep on writing this off. Let's hop into some, I guess, Saturday/Sunday pick 'em. All right. So in about an hour. Well, my fault. On Saturday we got Carolina, Tampa Bay.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, it's a tough one, but I know who I'm taking.
I think I know who I'm taking too. I'm gonna have to go with Carolina.
Yep.
I mean, they just looked a lot better recently. They just beat the Bucks like I think a week or two ago, or it definitely wasn't last week. So I guess 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I gotta go with Carolina. They just looked hot at the end of the season. The Bucks had a great start to the season, but as of late, they've been losing a lot of games. So it's hard to put trust in them, even though I think they are at home. Yeah. So.
But yeah, I'm taking Carolina. Bryce Young is coming along just how he's supposed to be. And I think they're just a dangerous team just because they're getting better every game. And I don't trust what Tampa Bay's got going on anymore. I don't. I think Todd Bowles might be done.
Yeah.
So, next game, Seattle, San Fran. It's a tough one.
This is a tough one.
But, I love JSN. But I got to lean towards the guy that's been there, Brock Purdy.
Yeah. I was going to say, I've been going back and forth on this the last couple of days, but I'm going to go with San Fran too. Basically, really just for the reason you just said. I trust Brock Purdy a little bit more in this situation. They've been looking good lately, but Seattle's defense is really, really good, so it's tough to say. I could change up by the time this game comes.
I don't know who I'd take. I don't know who I'd take. Seattle is favored by a point and a half.
Interesting.
New Orleans, Atlanta. This one's interesting because Atlanta's -3 favorites, bro. But I think I'm going to go out on a limb and take the Saints.
Okay.
I was told my brother watched a little Tyler Shuff tape. I have watched Tyler Shuff tape.
He's been playing good.
He's been playing at a pretty good level.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think Tyler Shuff might be the franchise QB for the Saints.
Yeah.
The kid reminds me kinda of like a Baker back in Cleveland. They've got a similar kind of crash out style, like get it done by any means necessary. But I think with those weapons they have there, Olave's having a historic year with Tyler Shuff at quarterback. So
people aren't talking about that.
They're not talking about it, man.
But he's looked really good. I'll go with Atlanta. They just came off a good win against the Rams, so I'll go with Atlanta.
There you go. Kirk Cousins, Kirk off. Cleveland, Cincinnati. All right. I am going to go with the Cleveland Browns. I think they're warm. I think Shedeur Sanders wants to end his season, his rookie year, off on a win. And I think he might have to I guess, widen his chances to be starting next year. So I'm going Browns.
For this one, I'm going to go Browns too, actually. I think their defense is just really good. Even last week, before the Steelers game, I was telling people, I could see the Browns winning this game for sure. We talked about it, Their defense is really good. And I think the Bengals' defense is so bad that if Shedeur just plays a good, solid game, I think the Browns could be set up for success. I
think if Shedeur hits on his 1 or 2 big plays, minimizes the mistake, they win the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Green Bay, Minnesota. This is a tough one. If Love's playing, I'm going Packers 100%.
Yeah.
100%. If Love's playing, I'm going Packers 100%. I'm not picking 9.
Yeah.
What is the Ooh, Minnesota 7.5 favorites, bro.
Wow. So
I guess Willis
Love's
might
probably not playing.
Yeah. So if Love's not playing, I guess I would go Vikings, but
Is Malik Willis playing?
no, I think he's hurt too.
Right?
So it's
That's
that
what I
backup
thought.
guy.
Okay, so that's
That makes
why,
sense.
I guess. Even if Malik Willis was playing, I would take Green Bay, but if neither of them, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess I'll go Vikings.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Dallas, New York. Dallas is 3.5-point favorites. I'll go Dallas. I think they're an overall better team. New York's got to figure out what they got going on.
Yeah.
I like my boy Dart, but they got to give him some help.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas too. Their offenses looked really good all season. So
Tennessee, Jacksonville. Love Cam Ward. Think he's been progressing great, but I think Jacksonville is just too good right now.
Yeah.
They're just not gonna lose to the Titans.
Yeah, I agree. They've been looking really good towards the end of the season here. So I'm going Jacksonville too.
Houston, Indianapolis. Excuse me. Like we just talked about, I think that Houston defense is just fire.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna. Who's the quarterback? Riley Leonard.
Yeah.
I guess Phillip Rivers is taking a seat now.
Yeah. I'm going Texans for sure. Like
Yeah.
I said earlier, their defense is scary.
Buffalo, New York, the Jets, easy. Buffalo. Don't gotta talk about that too much. Detroit at Chicago.
That's a good game.
This is a good one. And I got a real quick side note. I gotta talk about this. My guy Caleb Williams. Last year he faced a lot of hate and scrutiny. He gets hate for painting his nails, for just being who he is. The kid's a baller. The kid is a baller. I think he's showing a lot of people that they were wrong about him, and they were wrong in their assessment about him. And again, another miss by a coaching staff on a quarterback. Matt Eberflus, you should never coach again in the NFL. You should never coach again. You had a gem, and you washed it away last year. You had people thinking that he was a bust.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is a baller, certified baller. Certified baller, man.
Yeah, for sure. On this game, I'm taking the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears,
sure.
taking the Bears.
What you just said, and Detroit hasn't looked good. They're missing the playoffs.
They're missing the playoffs,
no
man.
reason for
And
them.
they shouldn't be missing the playoffs either.
Yeah,
That's the wild thing.
Absolutely not. I would say in the NFC, they're kind of like the Ravens of the NFC, and they had such high expectations coming this year, and they're not making the playoffs. We are fighting for it still, so.
No, I agree.
Yeah, we're probably, if we do make the playoffs, they're probably the most disappointing team in the league this year.
They are. I think it's going to be them, not us.
Yeah.
I think so. Chargers, Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos because Harbaugh already said he's sitting his starters.
Yeah. Well, Broncos too.
Yeah. Raiders, Chiefs. I don't know who to take. I don't even know. I guess I'll go Raiders because they do have their starting quarterback.
I'll go Chiefs.
Alrighty, yeah. Here we go. I don't even want to talk about that one too much. Cardinals, Rams. Taking the Rams. Matt Stafford's going to do what he do. Pua going to do what he do. They should win that game pretty easily.
Sure. They need to. I think it's big for them to win this game, obviously, against an inferior opponent. Right. Yeah, going into the playoffs, definitely want to have some good momentum on your side. So
definitely. Miami at New England. I think Drake May is going to have another great game. I want to give a shout out to Drake May. For that crazy passer rating game he had. It was like, 99.8.
Yeah.
Also want to shout out to our QB who was
done it 3 times.
Done it 3 times. So, as we see, Drake May is becoming elite. I won't say he's elite just yet, but he's on the way to becoming elite.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Commanders, Eagles. I think Eagles will win this game.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. I do want to talk about this too. Jalen Hurts. He's never going to beat the game manager allegations. He didn't throw for, 1 yard in the second half of their win.
Crazy.
That's crazy. But, hey, if that's your quarterback, Philly fans, if that's your QB, that's your QB. Not my QB. And to close it out, Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Yeah. Simple. Let's go Baltimore. Taking Ravens all day. All day.
Yeah, taking Baltimore for sure. All I can say is please stick to the game plan. Execute and good coaching. There's no reason we shouldn't win this game.
Yeah, we come in there, man. Lamar healthy, run the ball with Derrick Henry, and for 15 to 20 attempts, maybe a little under that. Defense cover, and we'll be all right. And get to the quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get to the quarterback.
Absolutely.
All right, that is the end of episode 4 of BackTable Talk. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are on this journey with me, and I'm excited. I'm hoping to keep on growing and keep on doing what I do. Please keep tapping in, engage, like, comment, subscribe, follow us, all that good stuff. And we'll have some more great stuff for you next week. All right?
Sir.
Let's go Ravens.
Let's go Ravens.